time again, and that time is, of course, Sunday afternoon, where we're going to be doing some Blood Bowl. Let's get everything set up, and then get rid of that, and then get in the game, because we might as well just start immediately. There he is, the big man, Bob Bifford. And there he comes, rising in. I think it's Jim Johnson. I thought there was a T in there somewhere.
Jim Johnson.
I was wrong.
And I'm immortal.
Did I actually turn the mic on? Yes, I did. Well, that's I mean, it wouldn't make much difference to the viewing experience. Right. The Gizzero. Nah, probably Giz, because otherwise you do end up with Jizz.
Good evening,
afternoon,
fans,
mate, afternoon.
and welcome to the quarterfinals of this year's Blood Bowl.
Anti-social media is going psychotic, Jim. They're nearly as frenzied as the crowd.
Oh, we're in for a treat. A rematch of a game earlier in the season. Can the Gizora Paladins get
we
their
found out.
revenge and
Gizora.
knock the Reavers out of the tournament?
It still sounds
Yumi's
suspiciously
versus
like Jizz.
Yumi's. These games can be good, but can also be
I
boring.
suppose it's
Especially if they get
slightly
obsessed
sort
with
of
trying to score instead of butchering each
a
other.
bit of a
Well, Bob,
Frenchiness to it.
there's only one way to find out. Let's watch the game.
Can we win? Spoiler alert, no. Although against the Bretonians, it's at least relatively even. I don't think they favour too much running around, so it's going to be a bit more of a slobber knocker, as good old Jim Ross would say. I say old, I don't know how old he is. He's probably getting on a bit, because he was moderate age. That's not important. Crossing of runic streams, isn't that bad? Probably.
Good day, sports fans.
Gizero Coliseum.
A grand venue for a grand game. I'm looking forward to the carnage too. And we've got an interesting match ahead of us. One where the sides are not evenly matched.
You always say that, it never makes any fucking difference.
Thrilled more like you.
My team is always phenomenally overpowered compared to the others. The elves still ran circles around them. Slightly concerned, I didn't spot any of my primary sort of star players there, which is alarming to say the least. There's a lot of kingly folk on their team. A lot of kingly folk. I preferred it when it was mostly fucking serfs and useless people.
The key is the
Oh,
blitzers.
what's he
They're
gonna
good
do?
fighters and ball carriers.
Okay.
Can also
Oh
knock
good, no,
down
there he
with
is. I was slightly concerned about the mighty Zorgan Griff because I didn't immediately spot them. Yeah, get rid of a lineman, that's not a problem. What are you? You're a lineman, catcher. Oh, but you're injured. Oh yeah, I kind of was happy with him dying. Wow, harsh. Hey, look, if you can't serve the team, get the fuck out. Right, where now? Are you a thrower? Yes, you are. You're a catcher. So I'll tell you what. Let's change you around and maybe get a catcher. Get a catcher over there on the lineman. And maybe what we'll do is we'll swap them and then we'll swap them. Yeah, so I've got a catcher down there. That's not too bad, and another blitzer to intercept there. That's not so bad. Two throwers over here seems a little bit redundant, but I suppose. Arguably, they're the ones who are going to catch the bloody thing. If the bloody thing comes into their area. So, wait and see. Oh, it's me kicking off it first anyway. I thought they'd chosen to kick the ball first themselves. I suppose in fairness, offence I think is probably the easiest thing to do. I should have read the bloody tooltip, but I didn't. I can't be bothered with these things. Any player attempting to move an extra square going for it will slip and be knocked down on a roll of 1 to 2. Assuming that is not always the case. The snow reduces, but I don't know. I think it's only a 1 maybe is going for it. I don't know. But either way, the percentage will probably reflect that, and I usually go off the percentage, but probably worth noting that it's potentially not worth going for it anymore, which, well, doesn't that sound amazingly despair-inducing? It's just not worth going for it anymore. The blizzard the blizzard of dark and dank and white and grey made it very much not worth going for it. Anyway. So one of their sort of, what they're officially classified as, I suppose just, it is the Blitzer, it is just what their Blitzers look like, I think. I don't think they've got a, yeah, lineman are the sort of surf fellas. Oh, I mean that's interesting, because that's, oh no, that's him doing it. Tristan the Venerable. Yeah, he's not that strong. That's fascinating. Oh great. The Duke is KO'd already. This is, yeah, it's a good start. It's a good start game. Thank you very much. No, we can't. Not on a KO. We can't risk, wasting the apothecary. Oh, good. Well, that's handy. Are you going to waste a KO? No, you're just going to take it. That's marvellous. But I'm very curious about this situation down here because I'm not, like, I'm not convinced he had that many over me. Oh, he had enough over me because I've only got 2 strength, that guy. Which is very disappointing. Right, okie dokie. Yeah, that's probably going to be exactly the same situation, so we'd probably need to either bring in a load more people and blitz, or use Griff, which, using Griff isn't necessarily a terrible thing, but, okay, let's I suppose, let's muscle him down. Okay, that's almost annoying. Do you know what, big man? Stay where you are. Hopefully knock him down. I mean, ideally do some damage, mate. Do some damage. No damage was done in the making of this film. So, another double dicer. I hate you, game. I hate you. And you know I hate you. That's why you do it, isn't it? That's why you do it.
Like tree
He really does. I mean, they're bigger than tree trunks. I've seen trees that are much more spindly than that guy's arms. Little Tim is stunned. Well, that's something. Not a lot, but it's definitely something. Right, let's go on. Let's get Griff in there to try. Okay, we both have blocks. I suppose we might as well just push. Pushing's not really. Pushing really is not going to help me. Follow him in.
Twinkle toes then.
That's it. And now, if I am trying to free a guy over this side, which easier said than fucking done here. I think, yeah, okay, so we can get in, sort of, get in and around and flank the ball, can you? I don't think, oh, that's double going for it, but technically I can sort of bypass them. I think what I might try and do, yeah, I'll place myself in there to give them a bit more trouble getting out of their current predicament, and then we'll sort of not go all in down the field, but we'll try and sort of get a bit more support perhaps coming in. Yeah, I mean, that was always required going for it. I don't know why I didn't think of it. I wasn't paying attention to the icons again. I was just doing whatever I thought was viable. Let's, as I say, I wouldn't mind freeing this dude.
Gone into the opponent's tackle zone.
Well, okay, that's fine. Oh, wrestle took me down as well, but it wasn't an official takedown, so the turnover didn't kick in. Unfortunately, I mean, there's not a lot. Yeah, you can sort of get round there, I suppose. Might be better to go round there, maybe. Yeah, okay, that gets me a bit of a flank. Although he's the one, yeah, he's definitely not the one I wanted to be free. Ideally, it would have been Griff, because Griff has the extra strength. Unfortunately, I would have had to broken free via a very different method, I think, is the inconvenience here. But with devilishly similar stats, they can't necessarily run circles around me, I don't think. They've not got... What sort of move allowance? I think in that armour, yeah, some of their fellas, let's see, move allowance, yeah, their move allowance is about the same as mine, so I shouldn't be outpaced, and I shouldn't be outthrown, and I shouldn't technically be outmuscled. I may very well still be out-tacticked, but nonetheless, at the moment, I shouldn't be outclassed in terms of raw statistical goodness. Oh, there's a blitz from him. That was a wasted blitz. But I don't... In fact, yeah, I really feel like that was a wasted blitz. Maybe there's some deep secret that I'm not seeing. But like, I understood when the ram horny demon fellas, when they did a blitz action, I kind of knew that was logical, because of course they got the bonus for blitzing. Whereas a lot of this, it's like, no, I do not understand. I do not understand it. Right. This would do some pushing and shoving, which might actually benefit me, yeah. So I think we'll try and do that.
There's nothing better than hitting someone small.
I mean, I do have block, but that's not... Yeah, not really the tactic I wanted there, but I suppose we'll have to go for it. Nice crit there. We'll try and push him in there, I suppose. Donald Tom is KO'd. That's always going to help me. Always going to help me. Unless he decides to apothecary, which I don't... On a KO, I think it would be unwise. Unwise, to say the least. Right, so he can blitz, but he's at a major disadvantage at the moment. So what we'll probably want to try and do is essentially get some guys in, really. If we get you up, and then maybe have Griff come in and beat this guy down, ideally. Thank you. Push him in there. Follow him to free yourself. There's an extra reason that's worth following. In case something like stunned, that means Griff is now free. Or if he'd been injured, Griff would have been free. Either way, Griff would have very much been free. And that was the ultimate goal, really. You probably don't stand much of a chance there. There's not a lot of point in doing that, but we'll have him stand next to him. We'll get him up. No, just stand up, please. I don't want you moving. Just stand up. Stand up and interfere with them is basically what I'm after. This one, I've only managed to get it down to 1 dice. I don't know if I want to take the chance, because if he doesn't do what I need him to do, especially since that would be a double dodge, which wouldn't be good. No, I think I might just have to go with the 1 dice, because I definitely want to try and dislodge the ball, because it'll make it more awkward.
This could be a sack.
Well, that's handy. I dislodged the ball. Now I've only got that as a choice, which is not a good... It's a great position. The board, or Tibord. Tibord? Possibly Tibord. Tibord. What is he? He's Tibord. He's incredibly bored. Right, now this is interesting. This is very interesting. Okay, that would require a dodge and a pick-up. And then another dodge. Oh, I mean, the odds of you managing that are slim to fucking none. Oh, do you know what? Fuck it. Have a go, son. Have a go. We've seen miracles in this game before. Not today, though. I suppose it's not an outrageous dodge value. It's definitely a doable dodge. I mean, it's not a doable dodge, as has just been proven, but it definitely was doable. Just the game went, no, not allowed. Oh, that's handy, but I'm assuming he'll use a redo, yes. And, of course, his redo, naturally. And yes, I do still feel victimised by the dice in this game. It's the way of the world. Right, so we've got to try and figure out our way out of this predicament, I suppose. They have pretty much got that ball. Yeah, the idea of dodging that seems laughable. I mean, oh, that would require a going for it, I just wonder. I mean, it's going to be troublesome dislodging that ball from that current position, isn't it? You get up though. I'll tell you what, you get up. I suppose technically. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't actually do it. Don't actually do it. You're the guy with 2 strength, aren't you? Useless. Absolutely fucking useless. The mighty Zug will just have to get up. It's about as much as I can hope for from the mighty Zug. You've got 3 strength, so I could potentially, or not in this current situation, no, because yeah, they've got strength just everywhere, haven't they? Yeah, they've really shored up their defence, something drastic. Unfortunately, big man is kind of nowhere at this point, so I suppose we'll just move him into the crowd, I suppose, and then.
Yeah, smells like a good old-fashioned fight.
Ugh, probably better to do it that way around. Yes, it is.
The attacker
Free
has
up
an
another
assist.
character. Follow him in. I mean, that'll interfere with them. I don't necessarily think it's great planning, but it'll certainly interfere with them. Problem is, I would need the blitz to deal with this guy, but I just don't have. I might be able to. No, I suppose it's, yeah, there's a free space there, so it is just shoving them along the bus rather than actually getting anywhere. But
remaining upright. Pride comes before
again, with just no. They've got all their players in a little nest, and there is very little. Yeah, that 17% dodge is definitely not going to work for me. 50% dodge, it could work for me. But I just... Oh, he's got sure footing, isn't it? So that one that required a going for it blitz. I mean, it's a bad idea to go for it. We've already established this, but I think I'm going to have to, especially Griff with his sure footing. Manages it. Good, yes. Break that down. Follow him in. Get right into the fracas. Well, that's a bad place for the ball to end up, isn't it? You'd need a going for it and a 50% pickup, but it would. I don't know. It would slightly secure me the ball, but it would be better just to go into a. If I went into a defensive position there, that'd mean he'd have to dodge into that square, then pick it up with interference, and then dodge out of that square. So I feel like that's probably the worthwhile choice, and then maybe even blockade the ball from the rear with this guy. And it's about all I can do.
He won't leave him alone anytime soon. That's it. Force him back and then pow! The fans are ravenous, and so am I. Just one more
Hopefully I can avoid him being shunted into the crowd, but it could be difficult. That is a 3-on-3 strength value, so that's not too bad. Blimey, dodge and fend. Alright, okay, that's not too bad. Although, the big problem we've got is that guy. Where's my closest thrower? I don't know, they're all over the place. There's a thrower there, there's a lineman there, there's a thrower, there's a thrower over there. Thrower over there is not exactly convenient. I'll tell you what, let's have the mighty Zug do this, because it's relatively safe. 2 dice is... 2 dice is not unreasonable. Ah, Jules de Baston is killed. Very convenient. I mean, KO'd isn't the worst of things to happen, but it is relatively convenient. 1 dice. I had a feeling you were going to tell me it was 1 dice. Because because I really would prefer Griff to be the one to pick up the ball, which is why I'd like to be able to dispense of that guy. I just don't seem to have... Oh my god, I don't know what... How many players... I've only got one player KO'd, and yet... And they've got two? Yeah, two players KO'd, which means I should have the numbers advantage, but I really don't feel like I've got a numbers advantage here. Yeah, I suppose that's about as useful as you can make yourself, which is not hugely at that point. You get up, I suppose. And if Griff, yeah, Griff would have to dodge. I suppose I'm going to have to take the one die, hope for the best. I'm going to have to take the re-roll and hope for the best. Well, it's just a block off, so okay.
Losing the title. Let's see some blood in Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I'm in game. Come on, every time I discuss what I need from you, you decide no, you're not having it. Stay where you are, because I need.
You're so close to a world of hurt.
I somehow need to free the ball, or I don't know. I need to get in and get the ball myself. But the problem we're having here, of course, is I'm technically pushing them closer to the ball, but he's going to be knocked down at the very least, which means he's going to struggle. Although, I suppose Fend, yeah, Fend prevents, that's what it's doing. Fend is preventing me from moving closer, which is, yeah, it's definitely proving a little bastard, because I've been too used to, I suppose, the idea of just having my way with these things. Stunned is good, stunned is good. Not by much, but stunned is good. Let's do some more risky tackles, I suppose. At this point, a lot of them don't make too much difference. I kind of don't want him joining his group, but I want my guy to join his group. As I say, these were double reds. Probably not worth trying it, but I suppose maybe if I went there instead, that means he's only going to dodge once, which is slightly beneficial. We'll have to wait and see what happens, I suppose. Double block, so we're just sort of indifferent to one another there. Just a push and a shove, which doesn't benefit me, but it doesn't 100% benefit them either. They're not going immediately for a ball pick-up, which is goodish. Oh, he's got blocks, so that fucks me. Great. Okay. So we're both sort of hesitant to pick up the ball, because we just can't seem to... I fear the unfortunate truth is neither of us have the capacity. I suppose this is what I was talking about by having this similar statistics. We're all sort of just slightly buggered, because we're so devilishly similar.
Because two big guys is always better than one.
Oh, that Fend.
Like tree trunks.
The only thing I can really hope for with that Fend is injury, because I really could do with my free moves. My movement freedom is proving troublesome here. I don't know. I don't have a good notion of what I want to do with the blitz action either. There's just nothing. There's nothing leaping out as sort of, yes, this will help me. Everything at the moment feels a little bit... Can't even see what the fucking pickup prediction is. But probably not good, because like what I'm doing, I'm keeping my players near the ball to interfere with them picking up. Guess what he's doing? Keeping his players near the ball to interfere with my pickup. So, Yeah, I'm assuming, I was going to say, that would be a viable blitz, but it's definitely approaching from the wrong direction. Maybe, am I able to do that? No, because it's still... And that would be a going for it. Oh no, it wouldn't. But blitzing with the big fella, that bonehead is just a nightmare. And it uses the blitz action even if it doesn't go through. I don't think that's a good idea. If I'm going to blitz anything, probably better to do that. So maybe just get the big man in for support.
Here's some friends.
And then maybe approach from this angle. Oh, I've got a nasty feeling I'm going to just push him into the ball, which, I don't know, at this stage, maybe that would be a benefit.
Come on, guys, together.
No, okay, I could push him into the ball, which would, interestingly enough, have a scramble on the ball. I don't know if it's officially called a scramble, but it would definitely... Oh, I don't think I will. I'll just do it like that. That'll do. So I freed a little bit there. Still black dice though. Are you slightly better off? A tiny bit, but not a lot. Okay, fine. Try and get Griff to... I mean, shoving him out the way will suffice. Didn't necessarily need a full-fledged strike. Let's now try and deal with this guy. This one, I do need you to knock him down. That'll do. Injured. That'll do even more. Gets him off the pitch. Unless, of course, he apothecaries and stays on the pitch. But no, I think he has gone from the pitch. Okay. So, at this point, we need to deal with this guy. That's not exactly what I wanted, but it will suffice. Okay, Frenzy is not terrible. Especially since I knocked him down. That's good. I think we may have a little ball freedom now. We've managed 67% chance of a pickup, and then freedom!
If they were vulgar enough, the player could spit into the end zone.
Well, I am vulgar enough, so I might do. I don't necessarily think that's true, though, mate. I'm fairly confident he couldn't. You know, I don't think he is in spitting distance. I mean, you might as well get up to mark that fella, just because he's probably got enough range. He can probably get up, but I don't... He might be able to blitz him, but I don't think he'll blitz the ball carrier. Again, those two might be able to get up and would be interfered with Arnold. I think I've got it. I think I've got the touchdown, which will set me up for, hopefully, just, well, to coin what they keep doing, hopefully I can just fend them off. Although apparently they're not interested in the ball anymore. They are mostly just interested in sort of bullying my one guy down there. But no blitzing, no blitzing. Just a straight punch. It'd be inconvenient if it's injury, because that was clearly, that felt distinctly like that's what the AI was playing for there, injury. Right, not going to take any chances, just get down to the end zone and be done with it. There we go.
Boom! Touchdown! Just before halftime. That really screws with the players in the locker room.
And it's gone! The match is launched for real.
Dead and injured 2 is good news. One of them getting up is bad news, but I've still got at least a 2-player advantage, I think, because of the whole injured
That
thing.
team's apothecary must have the magic sponge this time.
Yeah, we've
Despite
got
being in the
one.
lead, this
Yeah,
team
we've got
now
one
has to
KO'd
get the ball
each,
to
and he's
the
got 2
losing
injuries.
squad.
That
They'll
is
wanna get it
very,
back as
very
soon as they
beneficial.
can.
Right, get that usual sort of triple threat at the front. I believe I'm receiving the ball, so yeah, do we not have a second catcher? No. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'm not that fussed about the catcher, because he's injured. I'll take a lineman and get you catcher boy. Catcher boy down there. Throwers at the back, and Griff. Griff's been working surprisingly well down there. Let's save this as a defensive setup, although, I don't know. The amount of injuries and shit you get, it seems to just be a touch too. Oh, I'm kicking again. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, of course I get offence because of the whole me scoring a touchdown thing. Oh, changing weather. Nice. A gentle gust of wind makes the ball scatter. One extra... Oh, it's called scattering. There you are. One extra square before landing. Oh, that's concerning, but of no real problem. I played the ball safe anyway, so no matter where it's scattered. Although having said that, I suppose one extra would mean it could go out of bounds, which would be bad.
Safety in numbers.
So at least no more snow, which means I can go back to going for it. No re-rolls for them, one re-roll for me, that's not too bad. Turn 7 for them, and I've got 7 and 8 left. I think we can definitely muster a defence for 2 turns first half. Especially because they are definitely doing the old classic guard ball carrier, slowly but surely press forward method, which amazingly I can work with that, especially when I have a tendency to do the fuck, I have no choice, let's run like a fucking mad thing. Bonehead, no, alright, fine. I mean, it's inconvenient, but
I think he's moving.
it's not going to make too much difference at this early stage. I've got blocks, so we might as well utilise that. A straight punch there. Griff. I mean, it's wide open, so let's have Griff try and intercept towards the ball. And this fella here can try and intercept around the other side of the ball. Just a run interference more than anything else particular. Yeah, that's a lot of red dice I don't really want to see, but we'll see if I can get some support in there, and then I might be able to take some single dice. I'd have to go for it twice, which wouldn't be necessarily a good plan. I'll get you in to support as well, which technically I think, I don't know, I feel like that means I've got a single man advantage. And what's the advantage of being a single man? Nothing much. Nothing in particular, I don't think. You ain't got her nagging all day long, have you? Is that necessary? No. Okay, so they're all single dice. All the single dice, all the single dice, all the single dice, and all... Oh, do I really want to use... No, I don't. I'll let that go. I'll let him get knocked out. Stunned is... No. I was hoping he'd just be knocked over, not stunned. I knew the turnover would be inevitable there, but I wanted to save my re-roll. Nothing else was particularly pressing to be done. Okay, so he's got the ball. Unfortunately, you're a catcher, aren't you? Yeah. So the blitzer is going to have to be Griff. But they seem to have forgotten to defend their ball carrier, which they might pull back some of the central fellas. But then again, they might struggle to pull back some of their central fellas. They are breaking my line, unfortunately, but it's not the world's most convenient of things.
This player likes to be well assisted in a fight.
What's a hell of a punch? What a face and what a noise. Okay, so you've seriously left your ball carrier very, very exposed, and that's one of the few things you do not want to do. You do not want to leave your balls exposed to the elements. Unfortunately, the only real chance I've got... Oh, Griff is 4 strength. I must admit, I thought Griff was 3 strength. Which meant I thought it was going to be a single die, but it's not. Yes, with Griff in charge. Follow him in. Dislodge the ball. Now, really, at this point, I mean, the only person who's going to be able to do this is you. I've got 1 re-roll. Second touchdown. Good man. Didn't even need the re-roll. He just went straight in there and went, yep, that's fine, I'm happy picking up that ball. I do not have butter on my hands, unlike every other player. Right. 2-0. 2-0 is incredibly difficult to come back from. By any stance, I think. By any player, I think 2-0 is going to be a devilishly difficult thing to come back from. So, hopefully, second half, just I mean, I'll look for opportunities. I will look for opportunities, but I will not do much other than just sort of have a look into defending for the most part. Dead and injured, 2. That's what we like to see. Knocked out, still 1. That's what we like to see. I think my guy stayed knocked out as well, which is not what I want to see, but again,
So,
I've still got
players seem
numbers
to have awoken
advantage.
in time for the next down.
See, that is
must
not-
be one heck of a dream there.
I swear that's not
They've kicked the ball to the winning team.
the
And they
offensive.
have to keep their heads because it'll
I
be
suppose
on
Carl's
the way
arrow.
back to them soon enough.
I prefer Griff. Griff feels better on the wings. A thrower feels better down that side. Who are you? Lineman, catcher. That's the injured catcher, so that's alright. We'll keep him out there. Catcher, thrower, lineman. Yeah, I mean, what were you before you were in a blitzer? That's fine. Yeah, I think that looks like an acceptable lineup. I
Could
don't
say that
have
this weather is certainly
one of those ones where I don't have the strongest of opinions of these.
I smell magic.
Okay,
Jim.
a -1 modifier
earlier
applies to
this
all
season,
catch, intercept,
all
or pickup
wizards should have their
rolls.
fingers crossed.
That's a bit
Stops
awkward,
this kind
but
of a-
I suppose it's
Aha,
not.
Twerper has
Oh,
the answer ball.
I mean, the fact that he just caught the ball,
Gomez says that the
that is
Paladins have prayed
marvellous
to their
stuff. Right.
goddess,
The unfortunate
the lady
thing. Oh,
of
you
the
are a
locker room
thrower.
bath, and she's blessed them with
Because I wouldn't
favourable weather.
mind.